So he told him, "You are nothing but a sadistic coward who can't face anyone man to man, neither in a logical public debate nor in a fair physical fight." That is Bobi Wine, the dark one. And yes, indeed, broadcasting to you from these United States of the Americas. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching me. And at whatever time you might enjoy these conversations, I am the aforementioned Mordecai Murisa, and you're welcome to Mordecai Murisa. You guessed that right. Live. Exactly. The world's biggest boss. Having coffee. That's good. We do enjoy what we do here. I know many of you folks are looking at me and be like, okay, this guy is so prideful. I am really proud in what we do here. And I'm able to do this because you folks are able to put up with my drama and craziness and stupidity. And you like it. Some of you have actually commented, said, "Mordecai, I like what you did." Okay, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, away with my stupid stuff. Tonight, we're going to be talking about something new, maybe not new, but something probably you might not have given attention. And this is the dark Bobi Wine. Dark Bobi Wine. You know, Bobi Wine is changing the way he communicates. Because, you know, there comes a moment in every political struggle, every political movement, when words stop being polite. And that moment may have arrived for Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, famously known as Bobi Wine. After years of Museveni criminal regimes, criminality, and now Muhoozi Kainerugaba's use of intimidation, arbitrary arrests, abduction, torture, and disappearances and killing of innocent people, Bobi Wine appears to have abandoned this nice diplomatic language altogether. His latest posts are sharper, they are harder, they are completely uncompromising and unequivocal. And I'm not surprised, as Mordecai Murisa, who used to listen to Bobi Wine's music, I still do, I'm not surprised that, you know, Bobi Wine would now switch on, turn on the dark Bobi Wine, you know, persona or aura or vibe. I mean, I should remind you, many of you who have listened to songs of Bobi Wine, he was good at giving those sort of punchline hooks in his songs. I'm reminded of this song. What is it called? It starts like this. And then it goes on to say, 16 years down the road, still no boy bad like bad man. A Bobi Wine more dangerous than AIDS and Ebola combined. Come on. A Bobi Wine more dangerous than AIDS and Ebola combined. Come on. So that's the Bobi Wine who is dangerous than AIDS and Ebola combined we are seeing. And I'm going to show you here. This is no longer Bobi Wine who carefully weighs in on every sentence. This is what I'm calling a no-nonsense Bobi Wine. You can argue that the gloves are off. Every statement is a direct hit like he used to do when he was a musician. Every response is a challenge. He's still a musician, actually. Every response is a challenge. Every tweet written is as though he has decided there's nothing left to fear. The exchange between him and Muhoozi Kainerugaba and Museveni have actually prompted Muhoozi Kainerugaba into blocking him from his X platform. Now, whether you agree with the approach Bobi Wine has now employed or not, one thing is becoming clear or clearer. Bobi Wine's political messaging has entered a new phase. The restraint is gone. The confrontational style has arrived. And that's what I do in this commentary, where I examine what appears to be Bobi Wine's boldest and most uncompromising rhetoric, especially on social media, and what it could mean for Uganda's politics, especially opposition politics. Welcome to Mordecai Murisa Live.
You're watching Mordecai Murisa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go on and show you what I'm talking about. This is Bobi Wine when Muhoozi Kainerugaba, this is what he does when he abducts people, tortures them, and then posts on social media where he gloats in the torturing of people. This is when he said, he keeps saying, I'm sorry, it won't help him. He was referring to former Lord Mayor of Kampala saying, I'm torturing him, and then he keeps on saying, I am sorry, and that's not going to serve him. Then this is when he said he was teaching Eddie Mutwe, Bobi Wine's closest bodyguard, Eddie Sebufu, and says, I'm teaching him Runyankore. My language, really, really sad. Now, I want you to pay attention to how Bobi Wine responds to this ghoul, Muhoozi Kainerugaba. He says, this only exposes your mental and physical inadequacies. No lie detected there. I mean, tell me, ladies and gentlemen, you want to tell me that there's something, I think was it Ricky Gervais, a comedian? I might poorly paraphrase what he said, but it says, being stupid is like being dead. When you are dead, you don't know that you're dead. That pain is only felt by your friends, your people, the family you've left. And then says, same thing when you're stupid. Because there's a difference between being stupid and being ignorant. There's a rehabilitation and sort of a hospitality given to someone who is ignorant. I mean, you don't know how to. If you told me to fly an aeroplane, I would fail, and you wouldn't laugh at me because I do not know how to. But stupidity is when you know what you're doing is stupid, but then you go on and do that stupid thing. Then you are stupid. And this is what Bobi Wine is referring to when he says the mental inadequacies. And he says mental and physical all together because Muhoozi is afraid. He cannot face any man in a ring. Absolutely. He cannot. So he's physically inadequate and mentally inadequate because these folks usually pretend like they love Uganda. But look at what they do. Like I've always argued, they say, when we talk about Uganda, we paint in this raven black image that it isn't. But tell me, what am I supposed to say about Uganda? If you, the commander of the defense forces, use your social media platforms to write this nonsense. So he told him, you are nothing but a sadistic coward who can't face anyone man to man, neither in a logical public debate nor in a fair physical fight. That is Bobi Wine, the dark one. That is Bobi Wine, the dark one, responding to Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Read that one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, what did he just say? He told him that, you know what? You cannot do it. Now, let's go and look at a few other posts. Okay? Look at here when he says now he's learning Kiswahili. Bobi Wine, responded to him, says, wewe ni milevi wa taifu tu. And listen, read with me what he told him. This is dark Bobi Wine. He says, you are a wannabe bad man. He's telling Muhoozi Kainerugaba, you are a wannabe bad man, masquerading as a fierce military general, but deep inside you are weak, you are insecure and desperate for attention. You never earn the ranks you wear. No wonder you abuse and disgrace them every single day. Your actions are such an embarrassment to the Uganda People's Defense Force, UPDF. History will remember you and your father with shame. One day, even your own children will struggle to defend your name 100%. Because tell me, of what respect and legacy are you trying to leave? If you're going to be in the office of the commander of the defense forces, as sensitive as that office is, but all you do is see me how I've tortured the weakest among us. Come on. Let's see you on a front line. That's what warriors do. If you want to be a bad man, let's see you. Let's see you. This dude doesn't even, participate in his own birthday marathon that's usually organized because he cannot run because of the fat around his body. And look, I don't want to resort into ad hominem attacks. I am not perfect as well. You can choose to abuse me in any way you want, and I'll stop at that. But if he's not going to engage or participate in his own marathon or birthday run, why does he think that, is this strong man, or I'm going to torture you? He doesn't do it. He can only torture or use violent strategies against you when you are tired. That's when he proves he's got a point. Let me punch you now. I am strong. No. Muhoozi Kainerugaba, get in a ring with Bobi Wine. Let's see what you can do. Okay, I'm not done here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Bobi Wine again responded to him. I'm going to have to show you. This is when Muhoozi Kainerugaba came here and says, my beloved wife, Charlotte, has convinced me to release the criminal Lukwago. I release him because of my love for her. Today, I release this idiot to police. I have run out of diapers. Never test me again. Now, let me fast pause here. Imagine this criminal thug using the term criminal. After abducting someone, that in and of itself is illegal, immoral, and unethical. But he's got the temerity and the gall to write, oh, I have convinced me to release the criminal. You are the criminal. Look yourself in the mirror. But hey, how did Bobi Wine respond to this thug? He says, I'm going to have to give you the full screen of this. Watch here. He says, when lives of citizens are determined by the mood of the wife of a dictator's spoiled son, then you know that no one is safe in the country, not even those that cheer as others are being tortured and their rights violated. 100%. Now, let's go on and watch more where Bobi Wine is responding. Okay, here, Muhoozi came out and says, Kabobina, that's a derogatory term he uses to refer to Bobi Wine to mean a little Bobi Wine. But it says, Kabobina can hide underneath the underparts of Bazungu for as long as he wants, but I will definitely arrest him. Now, first of all, that's racist as it comes. Bobi Wine is not hiding in a white man's country. America is not a white man's country. America is a country for people that become American citizens or who are American citizens. And they're not only white, they're not only black, they're not only Chinese. You can, if you're born here or acquire citizenship through means that are legal, then you become a citizen. This is not a white man's country, but he doesn't have that mental capacity to be like, what am I, does it even make sense? But Bobi Wine was so quick to respond. I told him, okay, why don't you say it plainly? Why don't you just say it plainly? I'll send soldiers to abduct him and tie him up for me in an illegal torture chamber so that I can beat him to prove how tough I think I am. Underline that. How tough I think I am. The truth is, you know you can't face me without a gun and last minutes on your feet. 100%. 100%. Muhoozi Kainerugaba cannot do that. Even when he orders these abductions, he's never been part of these abductions. He sends these jackbooted thugs to do his dirty work. Do it. Let's see you. But he walks like he wants to fall. All the time he's drinking alcohol. And that's no lie. Okay. Then he goes on here. Again, Bobi Wine is responding to this thug. Watch here. He says, I have achieved everything I wanted to in my life. My only challenge is now to get Beyonce. Bring me a chick that doesn't go to the toilet and I will build a statue to her. Boys should learn to be a bit steady. However beautiful a girl is, she still goes to the toilet. Whatever you do in the toilet, she does too. They are human beings. What? Who speaks like this? Oh my God. This is disgusting. But Bobi Wine was so quick to respond, clap back immediately. He said, imagine a 15-year-old man with a 22-year-old daughter presiding over the National Army, an institution that is supposed to embody the highest standards of discipline. Instead, the UPDF is led by someone whose conduct insults the uniform he wears. For all the pain that Museveni has inflicted on our people, history has punished him with a son whose behavior exposes the decay at the very top. Emandwa Bwanika. No lie detected. Then he went on to, says, I can assure you are no longer safe in our country, you baboon. Then Bobi Wine was like, okay, I was born in Uganda and you were born in Tanzania. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. If you want to present yourself as this Ugandan, you were born in Tanzania. You are pretty much 97 or 99 or even 100% Tanzanian before you become a Ugandan. You were Tanzanian by birth. I love it. Okay, let's go and watch a few more other responses. Okay, this is when he called him out of, hey, dude, You got a 22-year-old daughter, and you are 52 years old, and you're obsessing over Beyonce and saying this nasty stuff, and you're ashamed. Look at how Muhoozi responded. Go F yourself. That was a slap in the face. Okay. And then Bobi Wine immediately responded to him. What you got here is called, this is how Peter Pan responds when asked to act his age and respect our national army. What a disgrace. Wabula Museveni yakola laws. Absolutely. Now, you might be wondering, hey, Mordecai, what is Peter Pan? I'm going to have to show you because this was a diagnosis that came from Chris Bariomosi, Peter Pan syndrome. Peter Pan syndrome here. What is this Peter Pan syndrome? What does it do? I guess you need to read this. Let me expand it so that you read it here. It says, Peter Pan syndrome is a pop psychological term describing adults who are emotionally, socially, or financially immature. That's him. He's emotionally and socially, probably not financially. But if all his wealth he's stolen from Uganda is taken away, he's then, by the way, he's financially immature because all decisions that he's been making affect Uganda as a country. So that's the Peter Pan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering, why is Bobi Wine doing this? I know many of you are going to be like, oh, he shouldn't be doing that. I hear you, Luca. I'm a big fan of Michelle Obama and her words are true. You know, when they go low, we go high. I understand. Many of you have said never get into a fist fight with a skunk because as you get dirty, it is getting into these ad hominem attacks is pretty much declaring, waving a white flag to have failed at intellectual debate. That's what Bobi Wine is doing, is meeting him where he is. But why is Bobi Wine doing this? I'm going to have to try to explain. Let me show you something here. Now, I want you guys to look at this and imagine what was Barbie saying. This is the last time Barbie Kyagulanyi posted on her social media platform. This is June. She last posted in April. And before that, she had last posted in June 14th. And, oh, I didn't know she reposted this. Wow. I didn't know. I'm just finding out right now. I didn't know she had reposted my video I did about, wow, that's incredible. Okay. Oh, wow, that's new. Super news to me. Wow. Okay. But hey, listen to what Barbie said. She said, I still vividly remember the moment everything I had built over the years collapsed. The day every part of my life fell apart simultaneously. My life got formatted and everything that I had carefully crafted just crumbled before my own eyes. A fundamental reconstruction, a total overhaul of everything I knew happened in a blink of an eye. In that moment, everything I had built my identity on melted through my fingers. My soul died. She goes on to say, for 3 months, I have been facing the chaos of transformation. This has not happened in isolation. I have experienced unconditional love and unreserved support. Sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and can't seem to know who I am anymore. The bittersweet part of all this is that I will never be the same again. I have experienced pure sisterhood and I got to experience firsthand the true meaning of unreserved support. In the chaos of fundamental change, I have learned to love more, and in many aspects, I am different. And ladies and gentlemen, Barbie that's a little cryptic. That's a little coded right there. Her life was formatted by Muhoozi and Museveni. She lost something. I have to understand. If you and I will ask you now that I didn't know that Barbie Kyagulanyi had posted this video, but now I will ask you to go and watch that video. I did. It's on YouTube. Go on and watch that video, or what Barbie Kyagulanyi is to Bobi Wine. And I believe what Bobi Wine has become, this confrontational, this unequivocal rhetoric, is probably coming to accept or appreciate the damage they have done, not only to his children, his or himself, but his wife. There's so many interviews. If you want to really know what Barbie Kyagulanyi is in Bobi Wine's life, go listen to some interviews where she tells you of decisions they had to make, how she would talk to Bobi Wine when he made mistakes and stuff like that. Please go and look for those interviews. I believe that Bobi Wine is starting to appreciate how this is not only affecting people of Uganda, but his own family. A man had to abandon his home. And why? Because he challenged Museveni. He's in exile now because of challenging Museveni. How sickening. So that's why Bobi Wine is turning into that. Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, am I forgetting anything? Do you like this dark Bobi Wine mode? Or do you think he should take restraint and probably revise the strategy? You let me know. I don't know. But I think that was really, really cool. So let me know what you think. Please make sure that you do like this video. I have so many of you now. I've started liking these videos. And I have a sister, I think her name is Irene. She says, she usually writes in the comment section. She says, you guys are not watching TVs. You are watching a YouTube video. Why don't you like? So I think she's referring to you. And there's another gentleman who uses the same comment. Please make sure that you like, comment, and invite others to join us. I am Mordecai Murisa. Now, I'm going to go back to my coffee. I wish you a wonderful time. Bye-bye for now.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.